There was nobody on like the Kansas City.
I didn't. Dwayne Bell.
Tyreek.
Yeah,
Dwayne Bell. Like what?
Eddie Kennison, that one hadn't worked out. Would have been nasty, man. It would have been nasty. But yo, let me go ahead and hit that.
Biggest comparison is definitely the Steelers.
You hear
that? That was a Wayne. Hey, let's put that one up, man.
We had to.
Y'all can't hear the sound, huh?
No, I can't hear nothing.
It's not working. Hey, man, we already started episode, man. Welcome back to another episode of House of Riding Sports Podcast, man. My name is Dwayne. I'm here with my guys, Joe, Chubb, Smooth, in the building, man. This episode, we're going to be talking about the NFL and recapping with the NFL. Just a few housekeeping things before we go ahead and get started. We will not be releasing an episode this weekend because it's Christmas. You guys should celebrate with your family and hang out with your family and not listen to us. So if you want to go back and listen to this, go back and listen to some further episodes. But, big news, I got selected for ESPN TikTok, man. So if you guys are coming from TikTok, I do have House of Riders Sports there, man. And, want to build off this momentum. Good thing for the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy this week, mainly because...
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Yes, you, man.
Awesome.
I'm mainly happy this week because my team is the only team that won this weekend. My team is the only team that won this weekend. So it's pretty funny how things work out. But make sure you guys follow us on all the platforms, House of Riders Sports Pod, on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Like, subscribe, do the whole bit, man. Let's go ahead and get into the podcast episode, man. So to start us off, we're going to do a little ranking, and we're talking about all-time duos. We put a little short list together of some people, and I guess we're going to rank, we're going to rank which duo would be more productive if they played together in this era. 1 through 7?
6. I think it's 6.
7. It's 7.
7. It's 1 through 7. So here are your options. You have the Eagles with T.O. and A.J. Brown. I'm assuming the quarterback is their quarterback now.
So I just want to make it. All things are even with quarterbacks. These are just strictly on what these guys are going to do in their prime, like in their primes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They got T.O., A.J. Brown.
So they all got a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, let's say they all got Kirk Cousins throwing.
They all got Kirk Cousins.
Let's say that. Yeah.
Vikings, Randy Moss, Justin Jefferson. Texans, D-Hop, Andre Johnson. Bengals, Jamar Ochocinco. Raiders, Devontae Adams, Jerry Rice. Bills, Andre Reed and Stephon Diggs. And then lastly, you have Hines Ward and Antonio Brown. I really wanted to put Lynn Swann for that one instead of Hines Ward. I don't know if everybody know who Lynn Swann is. So.
If I were you, I would have put Plexico over Hines Ward.
Crazy.
Now you disrespect the Hall of Fame of Hines Ward. That's crazy. All right, man.
This is I think top 4. I'm gonna say top 4. 2 through 5 is a little hard for me. I would say that, but I already know who's one. But should I go?
I mean,
let's start 7. Let's do 7.
Wait. Let's all agree that number 7. We all agree.
Hey, no disrespect to Steeler Nation, but like I love AB's lit. AB real lit.
A little bit.
I'm gonna be honest. Having Hines Ward as your duo compared to every other duo that has you my last, bro. It's not even that I'm a Raven.
Hines Ward and AB is last.
Hines Ward and AB as a duo is last for me.
You know Hines Ward is a leader all time in receptions.
Yo, you're wild.
That's cool.
You're wild. That's
Hines
really
Ward is last for me.
That's nuts.
He's still leading. He's top 15.
Who's last?
Bills.
Nah, like, Andre Reed and Diggs. Nah.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass. But they're my 6th. I mean, they're not very high on mine.
So is Diggs better than AB?
AB is the 4th best receiver on this list.
Is Diggs better than AB?
No, he's not better than AB.
AB is the 4th best receiver.
Hines Ward.
AB is the 4th best receiver.
Andre Reed's a Hall of Famer. Why we disrespect him?
It's no
Who?
disrespect.
Like, no.
Yeah, you're
Who?
really disrespecting Hines Ward and AB right now.
No,
Yeah.
hey, Hines Ward was a great blocker.
He played
How
in
the-
a run first offense. You do know that, right?
He's a great blocker.
The Steelers are in the bottom two options, so I don't understand how you had them at the last option.
That's crazy.
Bottom two, so either third or sixth or seventh. So
No, they're fifth.
he
At
said bottom
worst.
two.
There's 7 people.
They're my number 7th.
That's
All right.
crazy.
That's bad
Today's day and age, I think Andre Reed's will give me more than Hines Ward. And you still got Stephon Diggs. Yeah, AB's better than Diggs.
AB's better than both of them.
He is, but those two together are better than Hines Ward and AB as a duo. Is what I'm saying.
That makes no sense.
That's
but-
my logic. That's my logic.
sense.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Hines Ward would literally be the best person on this entire list in the slot.
I'm just going off of my list, and they're my 7th.
You know what? A lot of your lists be wild, so I'm used
You
to
say that.
continue
You
to
say that, but then
continue the pattern.
you agreed a lot with my lists.
In the
Continue
slot,
to-
I don't know. I think Diggs is the best player on this list in the slot.
Interesting. I
Diggs
finally
Diggs-
play
Diggs
outside.
AB. Diggs or AB.
I thought you play outside. I thought
You
you
do
were
play outside, but I'm saying you play
All
slot.
right. All right.
Bills
Oh.
last for me though.
Bills is last for me.
Really, man.
Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Bills is last. I'll go with that.
Hold on.
I'm picking the
Gotta
only
look at
team that
their
doesn't
stats compared.
doesn't. Texans are last for me.
Really?
Ew.
That's interesting. So that's interesting.
Ew.
Andre
That's
Johnson is the worst. Not the I don't think
I'm
out of
saying in their
the
prime, right?
out of the old school people.
Where's in the
Andre
prime?
Johnson out of the old school people. Andre Johnson is last on this list for me. If he's not last, he's
That is-
second to
yeah.
last.
That is true. Bottom
then-
two.
And then on the newer school people, I don't have the only person I have D Hop above is AJ Brown. I think I'm gonna double check who's on this list, but I think AJ Brown's the only person I'll put him above. So that is why I got them last. And double check. Yeah.
You talking about in their prime? We're talking about D Hop in his prime, bro.
I know.
Andre Johnson, bro. Like what?
All right, I just want to make sure we talking about
This-
prime
this is
players. All right,
crazy,
just to make
bro.
sure.
I love
Understand
D
what's
Hop,
going
but
on.
he did what Jamar did last season.
Bro. Y'all, I'm sorry.
Andre,
Can I just like
Go
go
ahead.
take this couple steps back?
go ahead.
I'll
go
give
ahead.
Hines Ward his flowers. He's
He's
got listen. He's got 1,000 receptions,
Yeah, bro.
12,000 yards, and 85 touchdowns. Now, can we give Andre Reed his flowers?
What's up, with
951 receptions, 13,000 yards, and 13,200 yards, and 87 touchdowns. So I'm not that far off.
But then you take in
And
account,
one has a asterisk, means I think he might have been what's that? All pro or something if they have an asterisk. What is
So
that?
all right, hold on.
Pro
So
Bowl.
based on the numbers you just
Hmm.
told me, it sounds like Andre Reed and Hines Ward are very similar.
They are. So I'm not saying it's that far
Okay,
off.
and then now talk about AB compared to
I
everybody
know,
else.
I know AB is lit, but Stephon Diggs still playing in his career.
He's
I'm not saying he's gonna be AB.
He
but
will
I'm
never.
saying-
He won't be anything close.
Let's not say anything close to him.
That's crazy.
AB.
He still has some
Alright.
time. He still has some time, Dwayne.
All right, well,
But you're
stop.
tripping for Andre
Let's stop.
Johnson.
Let's stop.
Put some respect on Andre Johnson.
Yeah, Andre Johnson is
Andre
like,
Johnson is nice.
Yeah, but
First of all, let's not sit up here and act like we didn't jump to conclusions early on Diggs last time. We made analysis, and
we
now
talking about.
no, I'm just saying.
Diggs
he said
to- Diggs to
being
AB.
close to AB. I mean, it may not be as close right now, but he still got time.
That's what I was
Especially
trying to say.
if he won a Super Bowl too.
He got some time to get to Andre Johnson for sure.
You just said Andre Johnson's the worst receiver on his list.
Worst receiver out of
This
old school.
was-
He said
Out of
worst
the
receiver
out of the old school.
right? Which is crazy because he has 14,000
Yeah, 14K,
yards.
yeah, and 70 tutties.
He does.
And he
He
has
does.
over 1,000 receptions.
Yep.
Man, all right,
He's
maybe I'm
playing
bugging.
on
Andre
Houston.
Johnson was
I
lit,
ain't,
bro.
but nah, you're taking
David
this.
Carr was throwing him the ball.
When
Matt
you-
Schaub.
when you take into account what their QBs, none of them
Not
play with
Big
good
Ben.
QBs. So I will revise my list and I'll put the Bills last. But the Texans are going to be 6 anyway. It's like it doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right.
I can agree with that. Texans is 6.
Yeah, that's where I was going to have him. I was going to have him 6.
My 6 was actually, yeah, it is Texans actually.
You got the Bills real high.
No, I
like
don't. No, I don't. I got Bill 6. I got Bill 6. I got Bill 6.
I was about to say what?
But so Bills are my 6. And then I mean my 5th would be the Texans. You guys already talked about Texans.
Correct.
D Hop is just I just think D Hop's lit. I think him doing all what he did with like 6 different quarterbacks in his span in his career. And Andre Johnson's lit, dude. He had Matt Schaub and David Carr. Putting those two together, like you can't really double team both of them. So one's getting 1v1 every time.
Talking
Unless-
about D-Hop and
Yeah, or the slot is gonna eat. You know what I mean?
But D Hop is a slow route runner. He's a good route runner, but he's just slow.
I'm just saying.
the only thing about
none of them playing on the slot.
yeah, but the thing
No,
about
they're not. They're playing both outsides. Yeah.
They're both the same type of receiver, bro. Like you don't want to leave them on one-on-one coverage.
Yeah.
Because you just don't want that. They're gonna go up there and get it. It's almost like a Randy effect type stuff, but like they're a little bit. I'm gonna say a little bit more versatile than Randy, as what people will say. As in, people say, "Oh, Randy only run a go route," and that's all he does. That's what people will say, but
Not true though.
not true. I don't agree with that. I don't
Runs
agree.
2 more.
I don't agree with it. But
He runs
that's
2
what-
more routes.
That's what people will say. But
I mean, what? You 6'4", bro. You ain't putting no
6'4".
6'4".
So
that speed.
So you got the Texans at 5th too?
Yeah, I do. I do have the Texans outfit.
Smooth.
Wait, who you got at 6, Joey?
I got the no,
You got Texans at 6.
I got Texans.
You got Bills 7.
Yeah, I have Texans at 6, and I have the Steelers at 5th.
All right. So I got the Steelers at 5 too.
I actually have the Bengals at 5. I actually have the Bengals at 5.
I mean, I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at it.
Cool,
Damn.
because that's why
I'm kind of mad at it.
that's why I have the Bengals at 4. So
See, I wanted to give the Bengals a little bit more because I think Chad Johnson's highly disrespected. He should be a Hall of Famer. He's probably one of the, if not the greatest route runner, top 3, top 5 greatest route runners of all time. But I couldn't give Jamar that much praise yet because he's still young. He still has a lot more to prove. So that's why they ended up being 4 on my list. And you also got to see who's left. You know what I mean?
All right, I got the Eagles at 4.
So yeah.
you got the Eagles where?
At 4.
Wow, I did not expect. Whoa,
I got
I
still.
mean,
Go ahead.
It's not it's not because of T.O. I think T.O. is better than. You know what? You're right. I gotta put the Bengals at 4. I got to. The way same logic I did for the Heinz Ward thing. So yeah.
who you got at 4, Dio?
I got the Steelers at 4.
Oh, okay. Still got 4. And Chubbs, you got
Oh, at 4 or 3.
4.
Already said, at 4, I said, what's it called? Bengals.
Oh, you got Bengals. Okay, so all right, for sure.
Even though I think they could have one day that might change.
I think in 5 years it can be 3. But I got the Eagles at 3. Just because of T.A.
I got the Eagles. See, as soon as you put Devontae with Jerry, it got hard with me because it's Jerry Rice. You know what I mean? You got to. But the fact that T.O.'s stats, like some argue that T.O.'s best year was Eagles, even though he was a beast with the 49ers. We can all agree.
We're just taking his prime. Yeah.
But his prime would be Eagles if people say that's his best years. And he had crazy stats that year, and AJ Brown has the exact same, if not similar, stats as what he had. So like you're pairing those two together, and AJ Brown's that big, just like Terrell Owens that big and getting route run. So, but still, it's you got Jerry and Devontae, and then the other obvious group. So that they ended up 3 as well for me, Eagles.
Oh yeah, my number one's different for everybody.
Yeah, my 3 is the Eagles. That was hard, man. I don't know. I didn't know what I wanted to do with that. I was just like, it was either.
So I'm guessing all your guys' twos is the Raiders.
I'm not disclosing any of the
No,
information.
no, my 1 is the Raiders.
Oh, all right.
My two is the Raiders, bro.
My 2 is the Vikings.
My 2 is the Vikings as well.
Yeah, my 2 is the Vikings.
So I'm gonna keep it a B.
I thought it was gonna be different. I
know Randy and Jay Jets, like that is dangerous as hell. Like, you got one guy that you can just throw the ball up to, and then you got another guy that can do literally everything you want. But other side of it, Devontae and Jerry are gonna be hella fucking touchdowns. We're gonna score a lot of fucking points.
Yeah.
Devontae gets like at least 20. I mean, he's snapping right now towards the end of the year.
You got 2
Are we
guys.
talking about hypotheticals right now? Or are we talking about
prime, not hypotheticals. He's doing that. He did that.
Yo, JJ's in his 3rd year and he's already the best receiver in the league. And then we got Randy Moss.
Talking about who was the best receiver the previous 2 years?
Jerry.
No, I'm talking about the previous. He said AJ's 3rd year best receiver in the league. Who has been the best receiver the previous 2 years? And who is still
one was Cooper Kupp.
My point is
no.
My point is, would you say that JJ's in his prime right now?
No,
Exactly.
No.
I'm going based off what I've seen him right now.
And he's cracked over 1,000 yards his first 3 seasons every single year, bro, and only has gotten better. And then you got Randy Moss, who's arguably, people argue he's the top 1-2 receiver.
He's doing all this with Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins is on every single team right now.
DL just said a lie to make his thing sound right.
I said arguable.
It's not argue. It's no.
People
There's
argue
no
about Randy Moss being the best receiver in the league.
No,
best receiver of all time.
No, they don't. No, they do
Best
not.
receiver all time?
No, they do not, DL.
No.
Tim top 3. That's just
No.
debate.
They never. No one's ever said.
His debate is who's better, T.O. or Randy.
That's the debate.
That's the debate. Like no one is close to Jerry, bro. It's Jerry.
But yeah, Jerry's always been the GOAT.
Yeah, it's always been Jerry. It's like there's nothing changing that. It's always been Jerry.
But Randy's always been a discussion for top 3.
Yes, correct.
Randy's better than T.O.
The discussion is who's 2. It's like Braun and Braun and MJ debate, but then in that position.
It's very close. It is
close.
The Randy and T.O. is a very close debate.
If I saw this man doing 10-yard digs crisp and like and post crisp and like breaking down his defenders, not just running, going up and getting up balls all the time, which great, he's great at it. Don't get me wrong. But he's not even the best at doing that. Calvin Johnson's the best at going up and getting balls.
Because Calvin Johnson was how big? Pause.
That's not his fault.
Like 6'5",
that's genetics. You know what I mean? That's genetics. But
bro, we knew what Randy Moss was running, and they still couldn't stop it. Randy Moss used to throw his hand up. They made a whole word after this man.
That's fine.
So I mean,
he's not better than T.O.
I can give you no. Oh my goodness, bro.
Not better than T.O. One guy can
run
it.
That's subjective, man. I think that's subjective.
His career, I don't think is better than T.O.
It's not.
He might be a better athletic freak than T.O. Not T.O. Not T.O.
You say he didn't have
Jerry.
I mean, I feel like
Jerry had more rings.
Bro, him and Tom Brady.
We're not talking about Jerry. Jerry is not untouchable.
It's not close with Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry's
untouchable.
untouchable.
Not close.
He's one. He's one, and that's it.
He's been Devontae Adams.
By y'all logic, Cooper Kupp and his prime was better than Jerry Rice. So I mean,
that's not true.
It's not true. What logic are you coming with?
Where? Why?
What logic
because
are we
Cooper
talking?
Kupp had a better season than Jerry Rice ever had. That's the logic that I'm coming from. If we just going straight off of numbers,
he had a great year.
Sounds like
he had one of the best years of all time.
He had a better season than Jerry Rice ever had in his career.
One season, though.
That's what I'm saying. We're going off.
No, not going off
better
one
receiver.
We're going off.
No.
That's what I'm trying to.
It's so nasty for DL to say that.
That's not nasty because y'all argue with numbers.
Can I finish? When the league, Jerry was putting up the numbers when the league was running the ball 70% of the time. The league is a 70% passing league. So stop it. Stop being disgusting right now.
I'm not being. I said the same thing about Hines Ward. I said Hines Ward played on a run first offense and still put up numbers. So I mean, I'm not being disgusting. I'm just.
And we
stating
respected that
fact.
though.
Like,
We
I'm
respected
just saying
that.
by y'all logic, if we just going off of numbers right now, and you saying it's not close because of his numbers, by that logic,
Because of his
better
the
season
same
than
reason-
Jerry Rice- Jerry Rice
the
did.
same
Because of
reason-
his skill.
but
Jerry
yeah.
was lit. Like Jerry
And
is
that's
that
what I'm saying.
guy.
And
Jerry could
that's
do
what I'm saying about
everything Randy Moss could do and run every route in the route tree.
We're not talking.
Same thing with T.O. That's why they're better than Randy Moss.
But Randy Moss only did one thing and was very, very dominant.
And
it
you
didn't
killed
matter. He
DK
didn't-
Metcalf for
he didn't
doing the
have-
same thing.
Because
stop
because
him.
what has DK Metcalf done? He hasn't put up the numbers, bro. Like we're,
I mean,
we're going off.
he has put up good numbers.
With Randy Moss, we can go off of numbers and production, like numbers and athleticism.
That's cool. And he also played next to Chris Carter, another Hall of Famer, for the beginning of his career.
He did.
He
He did play next to Chris Carter. And Chris Carter is another Hall of Famer. That is
Who Jerry Rice played next to?
T.O.
Him.
for like 2 years.
At the end of the career.
at the end of his career.
And then he still went to Raiders and bald and Seahawks when he was old and bald. So what's your excuse?
Yo, Jerry is that dude.
and
bro.
Randy Moss didn't.
Randy Moss
played with Brady.
They went 18
played
to
with
0.
Brady.
With the
And
Brady.
they went 18 to
So
They didn't
time
win
out.
Here we go. He played with Brady. Okay, so we go-
Stop.
we go back to
No,
going
Jerry
18 to
had-
0.
I'm ending this debate right now.
Jerry had great
I'm
quarterbacks.
ending this debate right now. His
Jerry had great
production
quarterbacks.
in the 49ers was not as better than his Jerry's production at Seahawks. Yes, correct or facts or no facts?
What'd you say?
Randy Moss 49ers was productive.
We're talking about their prime.
I know, no, but I'm saying now we're talking about
Randy and
longevity.
T.O. were effective, were
We're talking about longevity
productive
now.
no matter where they went.
Jerry
Randy
went
Moss
to the Seahawks
wasn't.
when they had Sean Alexander was a running team and was still doing Jerry the stuff. I'm just saying.
So T.O.'s the only player in NFL history to go to 4 teams and make all
But I'm
pro.
saying like Randy didn't do shit for that 49ers team.
You
I'm always a
forgot.
Randy guy, man. I'm always a Randy guy. This is a hard conversation.
Like the 49ers won a Super Bowl off of Colin Kaepernick.
I don't even know Randy was on that team. That's how unforgettable he was. You thought it was Brandon Lloyd.
I didn't know Randy was on that team either.
Yeah, right. He was on the team. Yeah, he was on the team with Michael Carrick.
Wait. We talking
That's
about after he was in the league for 20-something years, bro? You talking about the one season he had in 2012?
Talking about his last season.
His last season, bro. His last season, bro. Like, come on, bro.
He was comparing it to Jerry's last season. That's
Yes.
what he was saying Jerry's last season.
How many years did Jerry play in the league, bro? Because I think Randy Moss played.
I'll look it up. I got you.
In 2004, Randy didn't hit 1,000 yards. He played 30. Wait. 2004, Randy played 13 yards.
Yo,
13 games.
Jerry played 19 seasons.
Wayne's gonna bring up 2 seasons. 2 seasons in which he didn't hit 1,000 yards.
That's
bro.
disgusting.
Jerry
That's
played
three
19
seasons.
seasons.
That's crazy.
He played to the age 40 fucking 2.
So what are we getting? What are we getting to?
And he got traded at 42. Come
Are we
on,
trying
man.
to say it's
Getting
close
traded
to
at
Jerry,
42.
or are we trying to say it's closer for Randy and T.O.?
And he trying to say 20 seasons. Randy only
He
played.
played 16.
All right.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
And he played on 3
it was the
teams
same
in 1
thing.
year. He was
It was the
trash.
same-
And here's the
He was
crazy,
old, bro. He got old, and it's
crazy
like
shit.
when you're older and bigger, like obviously your body.
bro. Don't say that. Jerry Rice was 7 years older, getting the same exact stats as Randy at 35.
He was smaller. What was the reason why Calvin Johnson retired early, bro?
Come on, bro.
T.O. last year, he put up 983 yards and 9 touchdowns.
The Bengals, right?
Yeah.
Hey, he could have been with the Bengals.
T.O.'s a big dude.
Hey, come on, T.O. did. I could have put
strong.
T.O. and Diggs. He
He's
was on
tall.
Buffalo,
He's tall
wasn't he?
too.
Bro, I
At
could have put
37.
T.O. and Diggs. T.O. was on the Bills.
You could have did T.O.
He was
and
on the
Diggs,
Bills.
but then A.J. Brown wouldn't have anyone. So
Deshaun Jackson.
that's ugly. It's so ugly.
Jeremy Macklin.
It's so ugly.
So should the Chucks have put AJ Green instead of Ocho Cinco?
Ooh, nah. Ochocinco is the. If you ask any Bengals fan, I think Ochocinco is the bigger legacy.
Nah.
I think so.
I'm Ocho Cinco. You gotta put Ocho Cinco over AJ.
Yeah.
Popularity or production?
I
What are
personally
you
think
looking at their production right now?
I I personally think
bro.
Ocho is better than AJ Green.
Me too.
I was at AJ Green better than Julio was trying to play.
You was on that train for a long time, and then he realized he wasn't.
No, he got hurt.
So Chad's best year was 13,069
Yeah.
yards, 7 tutties. Let's see. AJ definitely has better stats than him.
Bruh, when y'all receiver have a 23
Yeah,
touchdown season, then come talk
AJ
to me,
Green
bro.
had 14K, 11 tutties.
Now that's something that's not even close. Randy Moss had a 23 touchdown season, bro.
He did.
He definitely did.
That's
He
crazy.
did. He just stopped.
He also had a 350 yard season. as
AJ
well.
Green doesn't have
Barely
14K,
playing.
Chubbs.
Barely playing. But
What'd
he
you
also had
say?
80-yard season.
You said
bro.
14,000
He
yards.
was getting
Yeah, I just
old.
saw it.
No,
AJ
AJ Green has 10,000 yards.
Bro, look at year 3 since he
He said
25
14.
years
He's talking
old.
about the 1 year.
I'm talking about his best.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought you meant like in total his career.
All I'm saying
No,
is
I'm
you gotta-
talking
you
about
gotta-
his best year.
Yeah,
You
14.
got
Yeah.
an argument with Jerry Rice. Okay, he's the number 1 receiver on this list by
It's not an
far.
argument.
I'm saying you got an argument to saying okay, whatever. However, Randy Moss is also a top 3 receiver, and then Jay Jett is the top receiver on this list, bro. And he is only 3 years in, bro, of the young receivers. So for them to not be number 1,
And Devontae is number 2. So what is your point? You're the
he's
number
not
1
number 2
receiver.
this year.
Devontae has the most touchdowns in the league right now. So
He's slumming this year.
he's 12 touchdowns slumming. So
He's slumming this year.
He might be
Devontae's still a top 5
he's
receiver.
top 3 still.
Top 8.
Yeah, top 3. Yeah,
Sure. He
like,
better than
Top
Stephon
3.
Diggs.
yeah. He has.
Nah, he's better than Stephon.
He has
Stephon
like,
Diggs has Josh Allen. He has Derek Carr.
No, Stephon Diggs is actually
Falling
if we talk
off.
about Stephon Diggs. Let's talk about the
Because he getting doubled.
last 3 games. He hasn't done
He's
anything.
getting doubled.
He hasn't. What?
What?
He's getting doubled.
Doubled?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's getting doubled.
How is he getting doubled? Are you watching? the game?
He
I
not.
am.
He
He's
not.
getting
He
doubled.
not.
You're not, because he's in man coverage. They're motioning him. He's going versus the slot. He's not getting the ball. What are you talking about?
He's getting
Not
doubled,
open.
bro.
He's strapped.
Saw
Maybe let me box score watching.
He's not balling. What are you
Mad at
talking
me.
about?
I think
He
I
said he
know
was
why.
running from sauce. He was running.
He's-
running.
bro, I'm telling you, he's
Come
getting
on,
doubled.
man. Come on. Listen, man.
That's what he's saying. He said, "You sure they not jumping me?"
The Bills have been winning despite of him.
Maybe.
Josh
But,
Allen's literally pulling out his ass, throwing the ball to McKenzie, throwing
So
to
let-
random dudes. Just scoring touchdowns. Said Diggs has disappeared. He's a ghost on the field. He's a body. That's it.
All right. So speaking of that, so Tua lost again,
He did.
but
lose.
he did play well in the cold. So Joey, do you feel like he beat the cold game allegations?
Like I said, I thought it was the dumbest thing to think. This man can't play in the cold, bro. Like it makes no sense as an NFL quarterback. But yeah, I do think he shut people up with some things, man. That game was hurt. That game was the game. I'm still positive about the game because we still make the playoffs. But there's a couple things that I took away from it was that we can compete with anybody in the league. We played the best team in the AFC so far, I believe right now. And we put up a fight. They won by 3. They literally won by 3 last minute of the game. Tua played well. I think our receivers let Tua down. If you look at our receivers and the defense, the Dolphins have the most drops in the NFL. I can't see that one.
Yeah, Mr. Blurry.
Yeah, the Dolphins has the most drops.
Say something, Wayne.
What is that? I see a
When you
picture.
I see a bill. I
Just
see a
to let
bill.
you know, when you got a lot of feedback.
It's a yeah. There's
I
a lot
still
of
can't see
background
shit.
noise, Wayne.
A lot of background
for you.
noise.
I can't see shit.
I see the picture. Oh, is he open? You talking about short throw? That's what you're trying to say?
Whatever.
Okay, all right. But I mean, yeah, you can say he missed a couple throws, but at the end of the day, he did have throws that those guys should have scored a touchdown. One to Sherfield in the end zone, one to Tyreek in the end zone. He threw another one to one of our younger receivers. All he had to do was keep running. He stopped trying to come back and get the ball for what? To do a literally blatant offensive pass interference by literally pushing the guy off and still missed the ball. So it was just moments, and like often our Dolphins defense is giving up the most points right now, which is not helping to it at all. And it's just, honestly, we just need to run. I think we should run the ball more. Give the ball to our running backs, and I think instead of we ran the ball 25 times, we should have ran it 30. We should have ran it 35. We should just ran the ball more because we were killing them in the run game. And I think, of course, it's Mike McDaniel first year as a coach, so I'm kind of giving him the benefit of doubt. So like, man, whatever, do your thing. But still, man, we got to come out and win that game. That game was a huge game for us to win. I'm impressed with Tua because he bounced back. He had 2 bad games, terrible games. People were just coming at him for a lot and like, yo, you're supposed to be the most accurate guy in the league. And he came back and he performed versus pretty much like I said, the best team in the AFC right now. So I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say best team in the AFC. I'm gonna say it. And shout out to the Bills though. Shout out to the Bills. We could not stop Josh Allen. We could not stop him. We had 0 sacks against Josh Allen. We could not sack him. He was getting out the pocket, throwing the ball. I was just like, yo, this is crazy. And our defense was getting back there. We just couldn't finish it. And our DBs, man, our coach, I feel the same way Chubbs feel about Greg Roman. Fire that.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't feel the same way.
I'm starting to feel that way.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I feel like we need to get rid of this guy and I don't know if it's either the play calling or the missing personnel, or if it's both. I'm just like, bro, fix it, bro, because it's bad. And like, we can't stop anybody. So that's it. That's all I got, man. We got the Green Bay next, and then we got Patriots, Jets. Hopefully we win out. If we win the Patriots, Jets, regardless of what happened, we're going to the playoffs. But let's see what happens, man. So yeah, that's my take on it.
I think y'all still are gonna make the playoffs.
Boy, they better.
They still got the Jets. I mean,
say? Oh yeah,
they said they better. They still got the Jets. You guys are playing better than Jets. The Jets are kind of at a loss right now, so I still think you're a playoff team. But you see some positives out of this game because it was a very close game, and you might end up having to go through that route through the playoffs. And you saw positive things. So all you really need is your defense to step up. I think the defense was cold out there. That's what I really think. They But one thing I will say, it's always terrible to go play there in December, January, football in Buffalo. Those guys are used to it, and those fans are crazy.
Throwing snowballs at us.
Touchdown or no touchdown, you were getting hit with a snowball on your face. You know what I mean? Fucking Dolphins fans are getting hit. Bills fans getting it, but that's lit. That's kind of funny though. But one thing I will say, Josh Allen balled.
Yeah.
But but he's used to it by now in the cold weather games. He now put himself back in the conversation for MVP after that game. I really believe that, and I want to give one credit to somebody. He doesn't get enough credit on that squad. He made a big improvement this year. Devin Singletary made a big leap from last year to this year. He was not getting that type of push, that type of explosiveness, getting the 3-4 yards that you need out of a running back last year. He was getting stopped at the line of scrimmage. So he clearly put in a lot of work. So he isn't getting much love, but Devin Singletary should get more love than he does.
Where do you have Josh Allen in the MVP race right now?
2B.
What?
He's my 2B, and my number one is alone. I still have Jalen Hurts as my favorite, and my 2A, 2B is Patty and Josh. Yeah.
What?
I still got Jalen my favorite. They're winning, still winning football, but I think Jalen's gonna.
Where
get
Joey
hurt.
B at? Joey B not there?
That's pure hate. It's pure hate that Joe Burrow's out there. It's pure hate.
I didn't even think about him.
Yeah, I was like, dang.
I didn't even think about him. I ain't going cap. I ain't going
crazy.
cap. I ain't even think about him. But one thing I will say, the MVP chase will get closer over a couple weeks because of Jalen Hurts being hurt. It's going to hurt his chances in the long run if he's out the rest of the season, but not the season, but the regular year. He's going to be playing the playoffs regardless, but he could sit out the rest of the year. That means Gardner Minshew might have to come in and, lead this team.
I believe in
But
Gardner.
he could.
I believe in Gardner, especially with that team.
But yeah,
He
I
was
got
there.
him 2B. And I got Joe Burrow 2C.
Okay, man.
It's three-way tie for a second.
Another
Funny how I want to go.
I don't want to talk about the Dolphins too much, bro.
You don't need to. You can keep it short and sweet and go to the
Yeah.
next thing because I'm ready to
Facts.
bash the fuck out of my team.
Let's go.
The Dolphins. I mean, I'm just saying the Dolphins. I mean,
Be an alcoholic.
I expected them to lose. They should have won the first game against the Bills. That whole snow debate, cold weather debate, rain, shine, don't matter. It's football, play football. However, Tua did look pretty okay. But again, I didn't expect the Dolphins to win, so I mean, I'm not surprised that they lost. Josh Allen played extremely well against the Dolphins. Whether you want to give more credit to Josh Allen or the Dolphins defense not playing so well, that's up to you. But I think he's definitely, and I said this last podcast, he's definitely not out of the race to be an MVP this year. I'm gonna have to put him top 3. It may kind of, if Jalen Hurts doesn't play and Josh Allen does something spectacular, phenomenal. If Josh Allen gets the number 1 seed, he has a good argument to be an MVP this year.
Absolutely.
This past game, he definitely three touchdowns, 0 picks. Moved the ball well. Was able to run, manage the game. So I mean, I wouldn't say he's back to Josh Allen, the old Josh Allen, but he's definitely has shown, always been in the conversation, and I never counted him out. I think he should win over Patrick Mahomes more than anybody else, at least in the voting. Only because, like I said, he did beat Patrick Mahomes earlier in the season, and if he gets a better seed than him, I don't know what the argument would be.
The argument would be that he performed better throughout the season.
More consistent. I mean, I guess.
And even if he does, and even if the Bills do win the seed, right? Because right now the Bills is the number 1 seed, but they're number 1 seed because they're
right. Exactly.
They have the same records. Now, if they still end up with the same record, Patrick Mahomes still perform on a consistent level. I mean, just because he has the number 1 seed.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Go get it over Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, I would give him the edge because he beat them in the head-to-head matchup. You know what I'm saying? And even and my thing is, I would even consider last year too. Like,
why last year doesn't have nothing?
I mean,
I
would consider last year too, because even in that head-to-head matchup, Josh Allen was a possession away from winning that game as well.
But why would you consider?
Why? Yeah, what are we talking about?
I'm saying me. I'm just saying me. Just
I'm
overall.
saying you. Why would you consider
Because
last year
just
this year award?
taking the 2, because it's taking the 2 years. So we're talking about like who's the quarterback comparison in general. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What would you say outperformed who last year?
I would say they performed. I would say they performed on a, pretty much the same level. You talking about in that game or just overall?
In that game.
Yeah, they performed on the same level, I would say. I mean, again, he was 1 possession away from.
I mean, he had the lead. It was 13 seconds left. The other guy came.
But that has nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just telling you why I think Patrick Mahomes was more.
So you don't think if it was the other way around and he had Tyreek Hill, he wouldn't throw a screen pass and Tyreek Hill runs?
It doesn't matter what you have at the point.
I'm just
position of the game.
But again,
who are playing? We can't add that factor into it. Oh, if he had this, if he had that, we got to talk about
the reason why I say it was more impressive because Josh Allen did what he did against the Chiefs defensive backs, and Tyrann Mathieu was hurt the entire game.
But we're again.
Patrick, wait, let me finish.
No, let me counter that. Let me counter that.
Let me finish.
He did what he did against the Chiefs with Gabe Davis, a no name last year, who had 4 touchdowns. So
and that's how bad the Chiefs DBs were, which you already knew they were bad going into the game, and then their best defensive back gets hurt.
Hey, you better take that back. Your boy was playing cornerback. He might be watching. He might split you, saying he was bad.
No, he ain't play that game.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he ain't play that game. He played next game versus Jamar Chase. He guarded Jamar all game.
I don't like, bro.
And Patty did it against the number one pass defense, the number one defense last year.
Did what? One?
Ball.
He balled the fuck out.
Bro, He had
Hey, talk about-
Tyreek Hill, bro.
Oh my
Like
God.
he had Tyreek Hill who
He
we
had
consider like-
Stephon Diggs.
and didn't do anything with Stephon Diggs. That's
They
the point
getting
I'm trying to
strapped.
make.
I don't know. That's why he
getting strapped,
asked.
but he was, bro. He didn't do anything with Stephon Diggs yet. They were what? Possession
Because-
away from winning that game. Whatever way you want to cut it, I don't understand why you
Against
can't admit
the
that Josh Allen played
25th
just as good. Josh Allen just
against
played-
a
he
25th
played
pass
just as-
defense.
It doesn't matter, bro.
It
You
does
cannot pick
matter.
and choose what points to make. At the end of the day, that's what
That's
he was
the reason why I'm
that's what
saying
he was
Patrick Mahomes was more.
that's what he was supposed to do. So he
So
did it.
if hey, you're
Patrick
supposed
Mahomes-
to do argument like
Patrick
you always
Mahomes-
say, then it
Bro,
shouldn't matter.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Patrick Mahomes had the best tight end in NFL as well as the best tight end. I mean, as well as the best receiver in the league.
Tyreek
And
Hill wasn't the best
was
receiver in
in
the league last year.
It was not. We just said who the best receiver in the league last year was.
Top 2 receiver in the league
Cooper
last year,
Kupp.
as well as the best. He had the two of the 3 best targets, receiving targets in the league last year.
He was top 6.
No,
I
we
would say so. I would say that.
call Travis
Nope.
Kelce the best tight end in football right now.
Last year he
probably
wasn't the
has
best tight
one
end. He
of
was
the
right
top
now,
three
but last year he wasn't.
receiving tight-
He was
Target.
2 last year.
A lot of
It
people
was
say he
too.
was too. A lot of
A
people
lot-
say he
a
was
lot of
too.
people-
Along
Yeah,
with Patrick
people say he
Mahomes
was
already having established himself before all of that.
What did Josh Allen do? He established himself.
But again, at the same time, DL, like your argument says, he's supposed to do that. So was Josh Allen. Josh Allen was supposed to do that, right? Going versus that type of defense, correct? Because he was supposed to play that way against them.
So my question.
This
so
conversation is all like, I think we're having it for no reason because Josh Allen is. Who do they play next week? They play the Bengals. Correct me if I'm wrong.
right.
Good.
They're losing next week.
Let's go.
No,
They'll lose, then the Ravens get
So,
back
and-
in the lead.
But going back to the
The
MVP
Bengals. The
conversation-
Bengals are not losing to the Bills next week. I'm
Going-
guaranteeing
losing.
that right
They're
now.
losing.
Going back to the MVP conversation, I don't think if they got the
Jersey bet
number
right now,
one
I'm joking.
seed, I don't think just because they got the number 1 seed will give Josh Allen the the boost to go above Patrick Mahomes because of what Patrick Mahomes done throughout the season because he's been consistent and he's been winning. And if he gets the number 1 seed, it literally is going to be because they have the same record and he won that game, or they're one, or Kansas City is 1 game behind.
He's
And
been
I don't
winning.
see Kansas City losing.
He's been winning, yes,
So-
but at the same time, Joe, so is the Bills and Chiefs have the same record. And if they keep that
We're
up,
talking about the performance.
I'm talking
but
about
Patty's
performing. I'm
also
saying-
won games and where he scored hella touchdowns, but he's also thrown like 2 or 3 picks,
yeah.
which is gonna hurt his case. Josh Allen has some of those games. He doesn't have them all the time when he plays a bad game. When he plays a bad game, he only has 1 or 2 touchdowns.
But
with
he had
0
a
receptions.
Josh
4-game
Allen-
skid.
Josh Allen
Had a
has
4-game
the
skid.
most
I get it.
turnovers as a quarterback in the NFL right
get it.
now.
I get it.
That is going to hurt his case.
Like Patty didn't have a 3-game skid where we were like, damn, it's bad, Patty.
He also was playing. I mean, benefit of doubt. Josh Allen's playing hurt on his throwing arm. Benefit of doubt.
No, I'm not
Let's-
getting better.
let's just
I'm
come to the
dead in
point.
that when he trying to run people over. I'm dead in that. Stop it, bro.
Let's come to the point. Like
All right,
at this
so-
time of the
so-
season, everybody's hurt.
Everybody is. Everybody's
So,
hurt.
let's
That's
be
true.
real for a
Everybody's
second,
hurt.
because-
right now.
Everybody is hurt.
So
I want to get to the next topic, but
Yeah, let's get to the next problem.
So Josh Allen has 30 touchdowns.
No,
and 10
stop.
No.
Next
Josh
topic.
Allen has
No.
30 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Patrick Mahomes has 35 touchdowns and 11 interceptions.
Josh Allen has
So
11
continue,
interceptions.
I know. No, he has 35 to 11, 30 and 11. That's pretty similar, bro. That's pretty similar.
Say it
Are we
again.
just we
This
never said
year.
our stats weren't off.
Y'all
We
talking
said-
about him throwing picks. That's what y'all talking about.
We're talking
Okay,
about
he has the
he has the
turnovers. He has the most turnovers.
So we're talking
Josh
about
Allen fumbles
fumbles,
a lot. too.
interceptions, and then we're taking into account, DO, that there was a 3-week period where he was bad. Why are we just disregarding
We're
that?
talking about consistency as well.
Hey,
man.
hey. Joe Burrow was pretty bad at the beginning of the year, but
He
Correct.
wasn't bad. He was getting sacked. He had one
Wasn't.
bad game this year, and that was versus us. He didn't have any bad games.
all right.
Half his interceptions is versus the Steelers.
All right. Let's stop talking about this because this is going in circles. We going in circles.
All right, let's get to the next
We want to
topic.
go in straight lines.
All right, let's get to the next topic. This will be the last one before I gotta go. Who moved it, bro?
What?
I thought I moved it. You know, coming back to the Jaguars beating the Cowboys, scoring. May I say, they were down 24-10 and went on a 28-7 scoring run. And they win. Have 4 touchdowns, an interception, 300 plus yards. Outplays Dak Prescott. And the Jaguars are 6-1 in their last 7 games. There's a guy that you guys said last week who's 0-6 in his last 6 games.
I don't know why you're doing this because
you would pick over him.
I don't know why you are
I'm
doing
him back
this.
every
This is
week.
so nasty that Wayne is pushing this narrative.
There's no narrative to push.
There is a narrative because
There's no
Wayne,
narrative.
can we be real right now?
Let's be real.
Bears offensive weapons compared to Jags offensive weapons go.
Let's go. Darnell Mooney's better than any receiver on the Jaguars.
They're not, but their core is not better than their core.
I agree with that.
Travis Etienne is the only.
Trevor Lawrence
Travis
has
Etienne is the only.
Trevor Lawrence has 3 or 4 options.
What do you?
Justin Fields has really 1 because
It's
Darnell
3.
Mooney's out for the year.
Well, he has Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram could be.
Yes, Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
He has. He's getting shit out of Zay Jones.
Because he's producing that and he's making him better.
He has Marvin, right? Yeah, Marvin Jones.
He's making him better.
He's got Christian Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
He still has Etienne coming out the backfield.
So let me.
He has people around him.
Let me ask you something, Chubb. Let me ask you something. You think if Zay Jones,
and he has a better offensive line.
Let me ask you, if you think it's Zay Jones or Marvin Jones were to go on a team.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
So I feel like he giving them that Peyton effect.
I'm gonna make it easier for you.
Guys, I'm
gonna make it easier for you.
I'm gonna say like Dallas Clark.
Flip those situations. Justin Fields is playing way better because of the situation.
Is he playing than Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
Then what Trevor Lawrence is.
Trevor Lawrence is not doing anything with that Bears team.
No. I'm asking you, right? What Trevor Lawrence is doing with Jaguars. If you put Justin Fields in that Jaguar situation, is he playing better than what Trevor Lawrence is doing?
They're doing
right
the
now
same
with the
record. They're probably at the same record, if not better. Yes.
No, I actually think Trevor Lawrence is way better on the Bears because he'll make the team better. Let me finish.
I don't believe it.
And the Bears have a top 10 defense, and they still got rid of everybody, and they still have a top 10 defense.
They do.
Jaguars can't stop a soul.
But are we blaming Justin Fields or the people around him?
That's the thing. And
because if we get into that, then we really get into that, then you're blaming Lamar, not the people around him.
I do want to talk about because I'm leaning more towards.
I'm just saying, like that's the logic, right?
Towards more Shady McCoy's argument about Justin Fields. Did you guys hear that? His argument about it
that he don't make nobody better.
That he does not make anyone better, and I'm kind of leaning towards that. And this is why I'm thinking because at first I was wondering what the hell is the Bears doing with Justin Fields. And now I'm thinking the Bears is starting to think, like, I don't think Justin Fields is probably going to be that guy for them. I'm going to be honest. Because I'm thinking right now, like, yo, what you're not really doing anything with any of these guys. I think Darnell Mooney is a good receiver. And
he is good.
And I think he would do better anywhere else right now. I don't think.
The fact.
And I don't think, and I think, honestly, I think Claypool would do better somewhere else.
But
I don't think those guys need to be in that situation. And I don't think.
Is that him or is that the OC?
We can start blaming other people. We can start saying the OC, it could be this, it could be that. But as of this point of what I'm seeing,
I give you the O-line. The O-line isn't the best.
It's atrocious.
I give you that.
Their best player is a rookie last year who barely played.
Yeah, but when have Justin Fields has given us? I've seen him run.
Y'all took their best lineman, Wayne.
I've seen him run. I've seen him electrifying, running down the field is amazing. But like I've seen him, he gave us one game this year where he like, yo, I won this game, like off my back. And I can't remember it was early in the season.
It was right before they got their ass whooped by the Cowboys.
Right. He did that.
And he kept them in the game with Cowboys, even though they got their ass whooped. He scored a lot of points that game still.
Right. And I just don't see him.
Like 20.
I don't
He still
see
scored a
him
lot of points.
as a quarterback that commands his offense. I don't see him as that person. I just don't. I don't see him as a person I can be like, yo, he's going to command it off. I think he's going to win it off his feet. He's going to win it off with his playmaking ability. But I don't see him commanding his offense to being the point like, yo, let's go down here and
Do some
beat
shit.
those guys.
And I will be honest with you, part of that comes with not really trusting. And that's why he probably Shady.
There's a lot
Shady
of
probably
times where the
feels-
offensive line is blocking well, and he like
he doesn't
runs them
trust
into
it.
a
He doesn't
sack.
trust
Yeah.
it. He doesn't
And I
trust the
agree. And I
plays.
agree with you there. And I do think they get him a weapon, he can do something with. But I'm just saying, I just don't see, and I'm still confused how in any world you guys would pick him over Trevor Lawrence, and I still can't get over it. And I'm not gonna get into it.
I'm
When
not
you
trying to
say-
get into
when
that
you say
debate.
you get
He
pick
played-
Patty over, like that was crazier.
But Trevor Lawrence had a great game. I'm not saying he didn't have a great game. He had a
He's
great
been
game.
having great weeks.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's leading that team. Like that team is going to maybe win the division if it would. They probably will now that I think Tannehill is out for multiple weeks. Apparently it's not as bad as they assume, but he's going to be out for multiple weeks. Lose a couple games, you're losing that division.
And they already beat the Giants.
Trevor's about to throw for 4,000 yards.
So
And it's not even y'all. It's not really towards y'all. It's just last year, man. A lot of people was calling him a bust, and like I'm just more proud of how because like that first year, having such a bad coach like Urban Meyer could have ruined a kid's career, and I'm really just happy for how he has bounced back. Because what Urban Meyer did to that Jaguars franchise was criminal, and I still think they have to pay him out too, which is even worse. He only got a free check. There was a thing that said in the past 6 years, the NFL has paid out $800 million to coaches that they fired.
I'm glad you said that because the NFL came to the NFL owners and said, y'all guys got to stop firing these guys. You got to either trust the process and make the right decision or don't hire a freaking coach and you stay with whoever you have. Like because they're saying they're spending way too much money on that.
I'm with that. I'd rather keep the coaches and ride out with the coaches, man. Honestly, I'd rather do that.
But I don't like that because that also hurts the guys. Listen,
I mean head coaches at least. I mean head coaches.
Maybe head coaches, but it hurts the guys that are down low at college or that maybe have aspiration to be an NFL coach one day. You know what I mean?
I mean that's true. That's true.
Got wait for the contracts to run out, boy.
You got to start up. You got to start off somewhere.
I think they're talking about like you can't just fire a coach after a year.
After
bro.
a year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be some type
even
of
though
time period.
there is a coach who does deserve to lose their job, and I do want to bring this up before I head up out of here.
John Harbaugh,
Josh McDaniels, you got saved
what?
by what Diaz team did yesterday. In the most idiotic way to lose a game that I've ever seen. I need Dio to talk about this. How do you feel about your Patriots after what you saw last night?
What do you want me to say, bro?
I was crying on the floor watching that game last night. The way Chandler Jones stiffed arm Mac Jones. To the
Oh
ground.
my
Hey, and this was the moment he knew he fucked up.
As soon as he caught him, like, bro, he about to stiff the fuck out of Mac Jones, right?
Bro, I don't even blame that. I blame that play solely on Mac Jones, bro.
What?
Mac Jones, if Mac Jones makes that tackle, we going to overtime. He literally saw the ball coming, bro.
It's back
He
there.
didn't do time to catch
He's
it.
blaming him for a guy throwing 30 yards.
And this man just got that was the slowest throw. That was the slowest stiff arm I've ever seen, bro. And then like after he got stiff arm, he was just like,
Wait. You're expecting your quarterback who probably doesn't lift
play
300
DB,
pounds,
bro.
400 pounds.
You gotta play DB at that moment, bro. You gotta swap that down.
Yeah, you're trolling,
Chandler
right?
Jones is 6'6".
I guarantee you.
Riders don't like Mac Jones, bro. That's what it is.
He was throwing dots though, bro. Don't do that. He was
It's
leading
the
that comeback.
Raiders, bro. It's the Raiders, bro. Like the fact that he was throwing the dots against the Raiders, bro, and the fact that
Jacoby Jones did throw. Jacoby Myers threw a
All
dot.
right.
It wasn't right to Mac Jones.
Let me
but
break
Chandler
down
was
the play.
right there.
Let me break down the play.
And he was like, "What the?"
Wasn't
fuck is
his wasn't his excuse
He was like, it's a draw. Why am I getting the ball back?
Bruh, I was so bro.
Matt Jones was walking off the
Yeah,
field, got to go to
so-
overtime.
So I was upset, not at the fact that he pitched it back initially. I was upset that
Jacoby thought it was a good idea to throw it 30 yards.
yes, and not try to go out of bounds, bro. Like I'm like,
Well, the time was out. It was out of time.
I swear it was like 1 or 2 seconds.
No, it was
back,
zero.
bro. He
It was
had
zero.
time,
It was
bro.
zero as
on the
soon as
clock.
Stevenson.
But
picked it
again,
back.
I'm just like, bro, what was going through his mind? Like, why did he
Of all
think
the
that
people
was-
to
of
throw it
all
to.
things? Like, why was that a good? Why
Well,
would he throw it
so
that
they
far
interviewed him.
backwards?
They
Like,
interviewed him, and he said he was trying to be a hero.
bro. He said I knew it was still a tie game. Like that's what he said. Like he knew it was aware.
He said
He was like, the worst that can happen is we go overtime.
he
That wasn't the worst.
Yeah.
Bro,
But the
so I
worst
got a
that could
question.
happen
I got
is
a
they
question
just
for y'all. I got a question for y'all. Is this worse, like just because of the sequence, than that play that Chuck Pagano called that one time for the Colts with the putting all
No,
the
that's not what
linemen to the right and having just the center
Oh,
and the
No,
snapper?
nothing beats this. Nothing beats this. I was coming here to trash your Colts about losing when you're up 33-0. And then this happened.
Yeah.
that was
did
just
happen.
that was a one player mistake.
So is it
I
bigger
don't-
than that? So is the butt fumble? Has that been gone? Is that
That is-
gone?
This is the
You
most
know that's
embarrassing.
crazy because both those other plays happened against us. Then we do this shit.
This is
That's
worse
crazy.
than the butt fumble.
Worse than the butt fumble?
Yes, this is
Yeah.
absolutely worse than the butt fumble. Because it's not even like about that the fact that they threw it back. It's the distance he threw it back.
And that shit was a
Hey, who he
rocket.
doing to?
Hey,
That shit was a rocket.
It's like, who was Mac Jones going to escape, bro?
Facts.
Like, imagine the Patriots was doing that back and then they threw it back to Tom Brady. Like, bro,
The
what?
ultimate flea flicker, bro. That's what that was.
Yo,
bro.
in a way, you should be happy
No.
he didn't catch it.
He was like, he's still behind the line of scrimmage. He was
No,
like,
I wish he would have caught it, bro.
He would have
I
got
would-
killed.
and then we would have had
He would have
babies
got
happy.
killed.
It went to
That's exactly what
overtime.
it's-
It went to overtime.
But I don't know, bro. I
It would be
I
zappy
don't-
time.
I can't. I haven't talked about that since it happened, bro. I haven't thought about it since it happened. I don't want to think about it, bro. I've been on social media to hear the trolls, bro. It was just
oh, no, yeah, you answered my tweet, bro.
No, I'm not going, bro. I don't. I have to let that just pass, bro. I can't. I gotta let that simmer down some before I get on social media, bro. It was so.
That
mad.
was crazy, bro. But the real question is,
Dang,
even
bro.
with that happening, the Raiders were still on the verge of losing a game. I think we all can sit here and say that touchdown shouldn't have been a touchdown. It was called incorrectly on the field. The only reason why they kept it because they couldn't provide inconclusive evidence that it wasn't a touchdown. But I think we all could see on our fucking eyes that motherfucker was out of bounds.
Mhm.
So,
His foot was definitely on white, but yeah.
do the Raiders need to fire Josh McDaniels?
First year, right? No.
No.
You gotta ride with it. You gotta ride with it.
No, we
So
had
they,
we had
so
this
they got to get
conversation.
rid of, or do they have to get rid of Derek Carr?
Derek Carr got to go.
No,
Go.
bro, we've already had this conversation, bro. Like he has to at least another year because he don't have all
No.
his weapons.
His
he's
weapons
still
are back.
missing
What do you
missing
mean he
some
don't have
key-
his weapons?
They
He
were
has-
back last
Waller,
game.
Waller,
Waller's back.
Renfro.
You gotta give him some time, bro. Like you really
Bro.
do. I mean, they won.
They're winning.
They won. So
They did win.
But they blow a 14-point lead every week.
I say it time and time again. Like you can't trust a quarterback that wears mascara. Can't do it.
I mean, against us is a little bit different. Like you give him a little bit more, benefit. He's playing.
You
Bill
didn't know he
Belichick.
did that, Joey?
No, I didn't.
He wears
Yeah.
like eyeliner, like to make his eyes blacken, so he looks.
Oh, like for the game.
Yeah, he wears like
Oh.
yeah. That's
I
what
mean,
he
he was going up against his former coach. So I mean, that's kind of like tendency based. So
Yeah,
I mean,
eyeliner
that-
tendency based.
I'm
Like,
doing-
yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the coaching.
Would have get in the zone for this
He
game.
gotta
guys.
get, I think he got to give him another year, at least another year, and we'll see.
What, to get rid of Derek Carr?
Nah, to coach Josh McDaniels being coach.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Well, I
Derek
think
Carr got to go after this
I
year.
think Derek Carr should go. Give him the boot. I always said I ain't never.
He was throwing some dots yesterday, and they were dropping him.
You right, man. But I think in the long run, I think he's just not that guy. I always said it, man. It's just
Not that guy.
anybody AB talking about, they not the guy. If the AB say that guy's not good, he's not good. Man.
As soon as he started talking about Gino started playing ass. Gino started playing bad.
But Gino still his profile picture.
Yeah, as soon as he did that, bro, Gino started playing terrible, bro.
Oh man,
That's terrible.
I'm crazy, man. Hey, I gotta get out of here, but y'all keep
Yeah.
checking
You
along.
can-
Charles, I'm gonna make you host. Y'all gotta talk about the Ravens. And I gotta talk. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
That ref is green as fuck for what he did to Scary Terry. I gotta talk about it.
Yeah,
that is.
Oh, you talking about when he lined up
gonna-
ass
yeah.
and ass?
And the-
twice?
Yeah, we'll get
Yes.
into that. We'll get into that. Goodbye, Wayne. Goodbye.
He's like, goodbye, man.
Goodbye. Hey,
I just want to
we got-
say that.
welcome back because here's the real,